Many incarnations of the Empire have existed throughout the thousands of years of the Elder Scrolls timeline. From the Elysian Empire to the Empire we now know in Skyrim, these empires have had success of varying degrees, a lot of the time depending on how capable their emperor was. Today I'm going to tell you about 5 famous emperors. Famous Emperor number 1. Reman Cyrodiil I was so famous that he would come to be worshipped throughout the Empire as a conqueror god. You may also notice the imperial province of Cyrodiil shares the same name as Reman Cyrodiil. He was a Colovian general in the First Era who managed to combine the forces of Colovia and Nibelheim under one banner so that they could defend Tamriel from the Akaviri invasion. It was at the famed Battle of Pale Pass where Reman would secure victory against the Akaviri. According to legend, after the short battle, the Akaviri, upon hearing Reman's voice, all fell to their knees and swore their lives to him, declaring him Dragonborn. Reman was so impressed by their weaponry and skill in battle that he accepted many of the Akaviri into his ranks. During his reign, he would conquer the Somerset Isles and Valenwood, and his dynasty would continue to bring all of Tamriel under the Empire's rule, with the exception of Morrowind, as it had 3 living gods protecting it. Famous Emperor number 2. Uriel Septim V inherited his throne from his father in the 268th year of the Third Era. His reputation as a powerful fighter was said to be second only to Titus Septim himself. As soon as he came to power, Uriel began amassing a colossal navy force and started planning his invasion of Akavir. He conquered many islands between Tamriel and Akavir. He would use the island kingdom of Esroniet as his staging area for his invasion of Akavir. Uriel Septim managed to conquer 2 Akaviri cities, renaming them Septimia and Ionath. But if you have read the book report Disaster at Ionath, you would know the fate of Uriel Septim V. Due to a series of complications such as storms, droughts, and being forced to reassign his battle mages to the fleet, this disastrous invasion culminated in the death of Uriel Septim V during a final stand against overwhelming Akaviri hordes. When word got back to Cyrodiil, his son Uriel Septim VI was named emperor at 5 years old. Famous Emperor number 3. Titus Mede I was a Colovian warlord who, towards the start of the 4th Era, managed to depose the current emperor at the time, named Thules the Gibbering, by capturing the imperial city with less than 1,000 men, which is a testament to his battle prowess and strategic mind. Thules the Gibbering was not well liked by the people of the Empire, but Titus Mede was not preferable. He was seen as a conqueror naturally, but his chief minister Hiram managed to change public opinion around and make him be perceived as a liberator rather than a conqueror. Titus Mede's dynasty would continue for nearly 200 years right up to the events of Skyrim, with the current emperor being Titus Mede II. Famous Emperor number 4. Pelagius Septim III is better known by people as Pelagius the Mad, the famed emperor who descended into madness during his reign. His eccentricities began to develop when he became King of Solitude. His figure had been described as an emaciated skeleton. He did things such as locking the young princes and princesses of Silvernar in his room until an unsigned declaration of war was slipped under the door. He even ripped his clothes off mid-speech at a local festival, but this was just the beginning of his madness. When he was crowned emperor of all Tamriel, the craziness persisted. When an Argonian ambassador from Blackrose came to court, Pelagius refused to speak in anything but squeaks and grunts, believing that this was how Argonians talked. He was obsessed with cleanliness and he would make his servants clean incessantly. One time during an early morning clean, Pelagius went over and inspected the servants' work, only to follow up by taking a giant shit on the floor so the servants would have something to do. It wasn't until he began biting visitors to the White Gold Tower that he was sent to a private asylum on the Isle of Bethany, where he would later meet his death at the end of a brief fever. Famous Emperor number 5. Uriel Septim VII is one that most Elder Scrolls fans would be quite familiar with. He is the ruler of the Empire during the events of Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, and the brief beginning of Oblivion, as he is assassinated by the Mythic Dawn. But Uriel accomplished much in his life and brought a lot of prosperity to the Empire. When he was anointed emperor at the age of 22 in the 368th year of the Third Era, Tamriel was undergoing transformation and was coming close to being a fully fledged confederation state. He sought to spread imperial influence and culture further and unify the provinces more strongly, especially in the eastern lands of Morrowind and Blackmarsh, where imperial culture did not thrive well. He proved to be a master of diplomacy and threat. One such example of his success was the use of the Great House Hlaalu in Morrowind as a vessel to spread imperial culture and economic development. During the events of Arena, he is trapped in oblivion by Yeagar Tharn for 10 years before being rescued by the Eternal Champion. This horrifying experience changed him from a prideful, ambitious man to one that was aging, grave, patient, and cautious. With his new personality came new tactics. He began using the agents of the Blades to achieve his goals. Both the Miracle of Peace, which stabilized the Lilac Bay region, and the shift of power from the Great Houses of Morrowind to King Helseth's court, both added to the efforts of consolidation within the Empire. Finally, Uriel Septim would be assassinated after 65 years of rule, but not before sending the hero of Kvatch on the right path so that he could help Martin Septim protect Tamriel from the jaws of oblivion. So those are 5 famous emperors that ruled over the lands of Tamriel. Let me know down below which one is your favorite. I'm Scott from FudgeMuppet. Social media links are in the description. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.